Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Tuesday, October 3rd. That means day 73? No, day 63. Don't get ahead of myself here. Day 63 in the Big Brother house. It's really nice this year that the days just match up with the days of the month since we got into September. So October 3rd, add 60 days, so you get 63. Day 63. Which then, by doing the math, means 37 days left, right? So we are now into the heart of Big Brother season. We're about 2/3 of the way through, almost. And we still don't have a jury yet, which is something the House guest brought up. The fact that we won't have a first official jury member until day 72. And it was Dingo that pointed out that comment. I made that, I relayed that comment that Suri and others were, I think it was Suri and others were talking about, or maybe it was American. I don't remember who I was saying it, but point is, Dingo commented that Big Brother 10, I think, or 11 was over in 71 days. So, it's like, yeah, they aren't even going to have a jury yet, and some seasons of Big Brother were over at that point. And I think Big Brother Over the Top was shorter too. I think it was 60-some days. So, all right. We're moving along towards Thursday's eviction. We had the power veto meeting yesterday, and they didn't end up using it. Cameron did not use the power veto. I was still unsure. I still wasn't 100% sure, even though it sounded like he wasn't going to use it. I wasn't 100% sure that he wouldn't flip the script and just be like, yeah, I lied to you all. I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm going to use it. But he didn't. I think he came to his I say he came to his senses. Don't take that as me saying it's the right move for him. But I think he came to the realization, at least in his mind, that making a move against Corey was not the best for him potentially at this point, and throwing in with Blue versus because Jag was not in favor of it. I think Matt was a bit hesitant too. I just think his overall sense was Felicia was just the better, easier move for him. I don't think. I know he sees Corey as a threat to his game. Excuse me, but I mean, I don't know. You can never make the right move. It's whether you're going to make enough enemies, and would Corey have gone if he'd been in there versus Nicole? I don't know. And matter of fact, I don't even know if Nicole's still safe, right? And I don't know if I said it. I know I tweeted it yesterday that at some point they're going to, throw out the idea of getting Nicole out because it's Nicole against Felicia now, and that's already happened. It happened yesterday after the meeting. They talked about maybe we ought to get rid of Nicole because she's better at competitions, right? I mean, that's one of the reasons she finished second to Cameron in the power veto competition. So there's a deer. There's another deer. Right where I saw the turkeys last time around. It is just a wildlife haven right in this area. Squirrel moment. So, sorry. Anyways, so yesterday, lots of talk going on, lots of bits of retraction and changing and re-rigging alliances after basically, the day before you had Cameron talking with Blue, talking about going after Corey, Cameron pitching it and working on it with Matt and Jag, trying to see if he could make this idea work of going after Corey via a backdoor move, and then changing his mind and deciding not to. So then they're reforming, and Corey did get word, that the word that Corey got, in his world, he thinks that Blue was the whole architect of all this, and she was the one pushing so hard for it. But Cameron was also really heavily invested in trying to make this happen, but Cameron has decided to throw Blue under the bus. So Blue's game was harmed by all of this. in my opinion. Her trust with the other house guests, at least some of them, has slipped, and her name is being floated out there as the next possible target now. If certain people get the head of household. What else? Matt and Jag talking about Bowie Jane being in their final three. That's who they're kind of looking at right now, or who they were looking at yesterday. I find that kind of interesting, that Bowie Jane has managed to bob along, and she's being considered a potential final three. But this house is wide open. I was like, I haven't done it yet because I'm not 100% sure that Nicole is staying. I think there's a slim chance that she might still go. But I almost wanted to post a picture of everybody without Felicia that's left and say, here's one of these people is going to win. Who's going to be the one to win? There's a part of me that says there's no way Suri could win at this point. But I don't know. I just don't see she has enough tight allies to make it all the way to the end, but I don't know. Somebody's got to win though, right? That's where I'm at. Somebody's got to win, and I'm just not sure who it's going to be. I'm not sure, and that's great. That's great. That's interesting. I like the fact that it's up in the air, and so yeah, it's good. That's a good thing. It's a good thing that we're not like this is we were talking about it being a railroad, a slam dunk, just a one-way street for certain people, specifically Suri, I guess, and it has ended up not being that at this point. Now, I really do think she's a bit beaten down. I think the length of this is really getting to her, and that's not a knock on her. It's just a lot longer game than what she's been playing, what she's played before with Survivor. I mean, Traders is only like 2 weeks, I think, or something, so it's even shorter. So let me look at my cast list here real quick. Give me a quick rundown where I think people are at. America's doing okay. I don't hear her as being people's target that much. Blue, like I said, I think she's running into a bit of a risk. Corey, same thing. He was close to getting on the block this week. He doesn't really, I don't think, fully appreciate how close he was, even though they've tried to explain to him. Jag and I'm not sure Matt so much, but at least Jag said, "Look, dude, you were right there. They were wanting you up." And Corey and America, as a duo, are still going to have a big target on their back. Sooner or later, someone may take a shot at one of them, and or both of them, put them both up and get rid of one of them. I can see that happening sometime in the near future. I'm not sure who might do it, but I think it might happen. Felicia, I think she's going to go. I really do think she's going to go, but there's a chance that she may not. Bowie Jane, still not trying to win competitions that I can tell, and still managing to bob along. I don't like using the term floaters or coasters. I've always, in my brain, and I've said this before, the term floater to me was always not a strategic description. In my brain, I've never used the term floater as a strategic description before there was a Big Brother, and so in my brain, it's hard for me to adapt this just to call it a strategy. I don't think that Bowie Jane is being super strategic in the way she's playing. I think it's just that she's just not looking to be out there and in charge. So it is a strategy, I'm sure, but I don't see it as being a huge strategy in most cases. Anyways, I digress. I'm not going to get in a debate of that's one of the things I don't pick apart these strategies to the level that some people do. I discovered that long ago when I got into Sequester, and I realized how hardcore gamers some people are, where they tear these game theories and these games apart. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Bowie Jane isn't aligning herself super strongly with anyone, and she's managing to stay in the game. So good for her. All right, navigating traffic here. So on that note, next, Cameron. Cameron's just got to keep winning. He's got to keep winning, but you know what? He's head of household right now, but no one necessarily, at least at this moment, is talking about going after him next week. Now, that doesn't mean it's not going to happen, but right now, I haven't heard anybody necessarily saying, we're going to go after Cameron next week when we get head of household. That could easily happen, though. It will be an easy nomination to say, like, look, you're dominating, we got to get rid of you. But I think they're also worried that if he doesn't go, then they become the focus. Whoever nominates him becomes the focus of Cameron's attention. We'll see. Jag, he's doing all right. He keeps hanging in there. He keeps hanging in there. So, what are you gonna do? Not in the bad way. I was a big Jag fan early on, but I just felt like he wasn't seeing what was going on in the house. But he has managed to keep navigating and sticking with it. I mean, he's won some competitions, and so he's still okay. He's still in the house. And he and Matt are probably the two, which is interesting. They are the two in the best shape right now as far as connections and loyalties and stuff. So, you know what? Keep doing what you're doing, Jag. You're hanging in there. So, and then Matt, I'm going through my list here, and Matt's the next name on the list. Again, Matt, same thing. I would not have pictured Matt as being a strong contender early on. I just didn't feel he had a grasp of the game. I felt like he was more of just kind of going through the motions in the house, but he's playing hardcore now and knows what's going on. So I think he and Jag complement each other, and so that's one of the reasons they're working well together. So, yeah, still with it. Nicole, I don't know. She doesn't have a super strong ally. I don't think she has a super strong ally at this point. It was Felicia. Look where that got them. So I'm not sure there's an opening for anyone to trust her enough because she never developed that early on. Remember, early on I was saying, like, she didn't like anyone under 21. And she kind of alienated herself with some of those people. I mean, at this point, she seems to be getting along with everyone. But early on, she did not get along with the youngsters. And there's still quite a few youngsters in the house. So I think that trust was never developed properly, and I don't know if it can be at this point in the game. So I think she's going to be used as a tool if available, but I don't know if she's going to have any kind of a final two deal that's solid with anybody. And that is it. Oh, Suri. Suri is not on my piece of paper because I printed it before we knew she was in that game. Again, like I said, I just don't know how she has any strong allies, super strong allies at this point. And so I'm not sure if she can... and that may get her close to the end because no one sees her as a threat. She hasn't won any comps. But at the same time, she's, as long as Corey's around pointing out her social game all the time, I think she's not going to be given the opportunity to be in the final two. But we'll see. That is it. That is what is up, guys. I'm trying to think of what else to talk about Big Brother-wise. I tweeted out yesterday my talk about the winter version of Big Brother. I got information. First of all, there was a public. There was an account that's out there, and it tweeted out. I've talked about this, and I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I'm going to do it again because this got a lot of activity yesterday. I tweeted out last week. I retweeted someone or commented on someone that seems to definitely have affiliation with the show. Said that was like winter is coming, implying that there's going to be a winter edition of Big Brother, and we commented on it. There was a little flurry last week about it, and then it got quiet since then. But I had other contacts, tell me that yes, something is going on. Something is definitely in the works. They are looking at trying to do an all winners version, and the sources I got this from, I trust, and I felt pretty confident about it. And so yesterday, I decided to share that and said, it really does seem like there's a all winners version in the works. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. You got to find people that are able to do it, and there's no guarantee that they can find former winners that are able and willing to play any kind of a season of Big Brother, let alone a regular season of Big Brother. But I do think that they are still actively working to do a full-term season of Big Brother, and that's for the spring, because of the writers or the writer's strike is over, but the actor strike is still going on. So they're still going to be delayed in getting stuff out. So I think something's still in the works. I felt like it was. I was told that it was. And I made a tweet about that yesterday, and it kind of blew up and got comments. Lots of people commenting and retweeting it and stuff. And anytime that happens, you're like, well, there's a chance I'm wrong. There's a chance it doesn't. What this way? There's a chance it doesn't happen. And I don't want to come across as someone who's saying things for attention. I'm just sharing information that I think is positive and is going to happen. I'm not looking for. The attention is always nice, but I'm not trying to become the spoiler account, and I'm definitely not the spoiler account, by the way. No way in the world am I that kind of a thing. But it was information that I had that I felt was accurate, so I shared it. So anyways, there is that. That happened yesterday. And then the other thing, real quickly, non-Big Brother, is the Traitors. Canada apparently started last night. And I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to try to see if I can get a copy of last night's episode. I don't know if it's airing once a week or multiple days a week. It's probably once a week if Canada's going to mirror the U.S. version, which means a long haul to get through it. Versus the like other countries where they do like multiple episodes a week, at least two. I don't know what the others did. I just usually just catch them. I wait for a while and then start watching it late. Like I just finished watching New Zealand this weekend, and it started in August and it finished in September, and it was 10 episodes. So they whipped out 10 episodes in less than 2 months, which 10 episodes, that would be 10 weeks if it was a weekly. So Canada started last night. I've muted the hashtag Traitors Canada because I don't want to see information, because I'm not going to try to watch it right the second it's out there. There's people actually live streaming it, trying to watch it, and I don't have the ability to do that. So I'll eventually watch it here, see what's going on. Probably tonight if I can get a hold of a copy. And I will talk about my feelings about it, but I am not going to spoil. So, for what it's worth, that will happen. I also did, for those of you interested in the other series, other Traitors series, I did put Traitors New Zealand up on Dailymotion. Now, it was already there, by the way. There's already lots of copies of Traitors New Zealand on Dailymotion, which is a kind of like a YouTube, similar to a YouTube site, but it's out there in the wild and publicly viewable, and those sometimes disappear and get taken down, and when you open them up, you can see little thumbnails that kind of indicate who's still in the show and everything. And so I created links to the actual individual videos, as well as a playlist, which I haven't shared the playlist yet, but you can just go to bigbrothergossip.com, and the last post that is there is still from December of last year, where I talked about the Traitors, and I just keep adding links to season episodes there. And so you can watch, there's like 4 different seasons of the Traitors linked on that page. It's 2 Australia, 1 New Zealand, 1 UK. They're all on that post. And you can just go there and click on the links and watch the individual episodes right off of there. And there's no spoilers. You just click on the next one, and you can kind of work your way through lots of seasons of the Traitors, which again is a really good show. So that is going on. And what else? Oh, so Canada. Yeah, we'll figure out Canada. That's about it, I think. I can't think of anything else right now, and I'm literally parking my car. Oh, no. One more thing. My comments about the winter season of Big Brother apparently got mentioned on one of the Rob Has a podcasts. I haven't seen the comment yet, but thank you to Russ on Twitter who let me know about it. And apparently I don't is it Chappelle? Is that the Twitter account who talked about it? I don't know. I'll eventually hopefully see the clip and see what they say. But I think he just said they just mentioned it. It wasn't anything negative or anything, just that the comment was out there. It's always fun to get quoted by other people. And so, yes, the little tiny picture of me is like, ooh, that's kind of cool. Let me check it out. But I haven't yet. But that's it. I want to give a shout out and a thank you to Russ because he listens to me as well, and that's nice. It's always nice to hear from people that listen, especially people I haven't heard from before. Still nice to listen to people that I talk to all the time online, but every once in a while when somebody randomly says, "Hey, I listened to your CarCast," it's cool. I like that. I know that lots of people do. I think I'm averaging just about 1,000 downloads a day. For numbers, if anyone was curious. I haven't looked in the last week, and it ebbs and flows. It ebbs and flows depending on what's going on. But on average, I think I'm getting about 1,000 downloads. That doesn't mean today's episode will get 1,000 downloads. That just means 1,000 of my episodes will get downloaded or listened to, at least in part, at some point today. Could be listening to 2 or 3 days ago. Like my friend John, who I work with, he'll listen to this in 2 or 3 days from now. It's like, what day are you listening to now, John? Hi, John, by the way. I'll see when you hear this. When you tell me at lunch, oh, by the way, I just heard your shout out. You'll probably hear this like on Wednesday or Thursday. We'll see. All right, that's it, guys. Today in Big Brother, it should be a relaxing day, maybe kind of with all kinds of talking going on and shuffling and all that, but it's a Tuesday. We have until Thursday, so we're going to have some wavering and wonking and renegotiating and all of the things that you can think of for waffling, as it were. And I don't expect major things to happen today, but you never know. And we'll talk about it tomorrow, whatever it is. All right, thanks. Talk to you guys later. Take care. Thanks to my patrons. Shout out is coming. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.